The Atal Pension Yojana just crossed 9 crore enrollments, marking the highest sign-up rate in a single financial year since the scheme began. This program is designed to provide a Sampurna Suraksha Kavach, a complete security shield, specifically for India's unorganized sector. We are talking about daily wage earners, street vendors, and agricultural workers, people without access to matching 401ks, EPF, or corporate retirement packages. The basic promise is straightforward. Once you turn 60, you receive a guaranteed monthly pension ranging from 1,000 to 5,000 rupees for the rest of your life. For tens of millions of Indians without a corporate safety net, this state-backed floor is the only barrier against old age poverty. But to make that math work, the government requires you to accept some severe, inflexible compromises today. Before we evaluate the return on investment, you have to pass 2 strict eligibility gates to even open an account. First, look at your tax status. If you have ever been an income taxpayer, you are legally disqualified. Second is your age. The scheme is only open to Indian citizens strictly between 18 and 40. If eligible, you face the core dilemma: trading your scarce present-day cash flow for an ironclad, non-market-linked retirement floor. You are locking up vital liquidity today in exchange for a rigid payout decades from now. You have to determine if your specific financial life stage matches the exact profile this scheme was built to protect. Unlike a flat-rate mutual fund SIP, your required monthly APY premium is aggressively scaled, based entirely on the exact age you enter the program. Look at an 18-year-old aiming for the maximum 5,000 rupee pension. They only pay 210 rupees a month. But delay until age 40, and that exact same pension requires a premium of 1,454 rupees every single month. Pulling almost 1,500 rupees out of your pocket every month is a heavy lift for someone in their late 30s, especially if your income relies on daily wages or unpredictable seasonal work. The math clearly shows APY gives extreme leverage to the young, but it becomes a severe cash flow burden for older entrants, turning a straightforward decision into a serious financial strain based entirely on your birth year. The most common critique of this math is inflation. A fixed 5,000 rupee payout in the year 2060 will likely lose significant purchasing power. To understand the actual value, you have to look at the scheme's core payout mechanism, the triple benefit structure. First, you receive your guaranteed monthly pension for life. If you pass away, that exact amount transfers to your surviving spouse. Finally, after both have passed, the accumulated corpus is returned as a lump sum to your nominee. While a flat monthly amount is absolutely vulnerable to inflation, the true return on investment here is a multi-generational safety net. The payout structure entirely outlives the original contributor. Working in the unorganized sector means irregular income. Missed payments and lost jobs happen. If you miss payments, the government won't close your account immediately. Instead, standard maintenance fees will slowly eat away at your accumulated balance until it hits zero. This matrix compares reaching age 60 with a voluntary early exit. The penalty for exiting early is steep. You receive your contributions back with interest, but you completely forfeit any government co-contributions, and the bank deducts maintenance charges before handing over the cash. You also can't just tap a button on your phone to withdraw the funds. You have to physically go into your bank, submit closure forms, and wait for processing. These strict penalties and the physical friction involved prove one thing: APY is a terrible vehicle for an emergency fund. The money is legally yours, but it is intentionally designed to be highly illiquid. The government does offer one major exception to these harsh exit rules, categorized under specified illnesses. If a subscriber suffers a catastrophic health emergency, like kidney failure or cancer, the scheme permits a full premature withdrawal. In these rare cases, you get to keep all of the government co-contributions. There is also a provision for upward mobility. If your income improves over time, you can upgrade your pension tier, say moving from the 2,000 to the 5,000 rupee plan. You can make this upgrade once per financial year. However, you are required to pay the differential amount, the arrears, upfront in a lump sum to secure that higher tier. The scheme offers isolated pockets of flexibility for an extreme health crisis or sudden income growth. Outside of those specific scenarios, you are dealing with a rigidly locked system. This quadrant chart maps out exactly how to handle your APY decision based on your profile, comparing your age against your income stability. If you fall into the top left quadrant, meaning you are 18 to 25 years old with steady work, you should max out the 5,000 rupee tier immediately. The monthly input cost is so low it will be practically invisible to your budget. In the bottom left quadrant, young but with highly variable income, you should still opt in. However, stick to a lower tier of 1 or 2,000 rupees to prevent the risk of defaulting during lean months. Moving to the right side of the board are applicants in their 30s or hitting 40. With stable income, weigh this against alternative assets. If your income is highly variable, strictly avoid the scheme. The heavy premium strain carries a high default risk. This pension isn't universally good or bad. Its utility depends entirely on where you land on this grid. It acts as an incredible tool for the young, but functions as a potential trap for older, variable earners. Consistency is the only mechanism that makes this security shield actually hold up. This is a Social Security floor. It is not a wealth-building mutual fund. You have to treat your premiums as cash that ceases to exist until you reach retirement. If the grid placed you in the max out or opt-in quadrants, go to your local post office or bank branch. Set up an auto debit instruction now so you can permanently lock in your early age rate. If you landed in the avoid quadrant, redirect your focus. Build a highly liquid emergency fund, or look into flexible instruments like the Public Provident Fund. If you are already subscribed but find yourself in a caution zone, reevaluate your current tier limits against your monthly cash flow. Downgrade your tier if necessary to ensure you don't default. By matching your exact life stage to the strict rules of the Atal Pension Yojana, you can secure a multi-generational safety net for your family without accidentally choking your vital present-day cash flow.